So I'm gonna make a video about something I should have talked about when the trailer came out. I've been too lazy, and I was kind of discouraged to do so. But the first Endgame, Avengers 4 slash Infinity War 2 trailer came out, and I watched it as soon as it came out, and I was so hyped for it. And I'm just gonna kind of talk about it and just my opinion on it, basically. So, not that any of this has to do with how I feel about Marvel in general. Like, none of my opinions on this trailer change my opinions about the MCU in general, or kind of make me less hyped to see the movie. Because, honestly, the ending of Infinity War left me just mind blown as to what could possibly happen next in the MCU. I have no idea. I have some theories that I haven't really dispersed out yet that I might do later before the movie comes out. I still have a couple months before that happens. So yeah, beginning of the movie you see, or beginning of the trailer you see Tony Stark, Iron Man, floating through space, and I don't like any part of that. The trailer as a whole, to be honest, I'm not too thrilled about. There's nothing really in it that kind of like, I enjoyed, except for the ending. All of it just seemed kind of stale and kind of boring. The part with Tony Stark floating through space, like, it's Tony Stark, it's Iron Man. He's like supposed to be the smartest character in the whole MCU, and he's dying adrift in space, and that just doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem like that should be his falling out, is him dying in space. Like, when he went to Titan on that ship, how did he expect to get back in the first place? If he's now, adrift at space, like, what was his thought process on the way to Titan? Did he just assume that Doctor Strange would be alive to do the portal thingy, open up a portal and go back to Earth? But that's not mentioned in the movie that Tony Stark remembers that he'd be able to do that. Like if Doctor Strange was still there, probably would have been able to have done that after they did what they needed to do, if they had succeeded, and then gotten back to Earth. So that's a thought as to why maybe Tony Stark was totally fine with leaving Earth and driving billions of miles onto another planet, and he thought that that's how he was going to get back home, but, that's not really mentioned in the movie at all, and now he's dying adrift at space, and that, I know Nebula's with him, and, a bunch of talk about how she's, like 90% robot or whatever, and she doesn't need to eat or drink, and it's not so bad for her, she's not dying like he is, and blah, blah, blah. I just don't really like the fact that the scene starts out with Tony Stark dying in space. That just seems really not like his character. So, moving on from there, I'm a little bugged at how there's not a ton of Thanos that we see. I like how there's a little bit, and I like the little bit that they show. It's just, in the next trailer, I definitely want to see more of him. I definitely want the focus to be more on Thanos. Like, seeing Thanos, if he's going to be in the movie much at all. I don't know what to expect. But, so back at S.H.I.E.L.D., you see Black Widow, Captain America, Bruce Banner. I can't even remember anyone's name at this point. And you see them kind of looking over the aftermath. Widow says what she says. Captain America says what he says. Cap's beard is gone, and that's just a loss for all of us. And, they're kind of like just talking about the aftermath. And it just seems like really kind of, the music's nice and the kind of tone of it is cool, but they're not really talking about much. They're not saying much. They're not revealing much. There's the part where Bruce is looking at who they've lost, who's missing, blah, blah, blah. And that throws up some clues, and that's kind of cool. That speculates some things, but, that's about it in that scene. And then, what else? Oh, there's the reveal of Ronan. Hawkeye has turned into Ronan, and that's cool. We all know why. It's because his family died. Or maybe it's something totally wacky, like, something else happened, and that's why he's turned bad, and he's killing people in Japan or whatever. But that's kind of the only reason I could see, or anyone else can see, really, I think. And, gosh, I can't remember what happens, because it seems like so little happens in the trailer. It seems like so little has been revealed up to this point. It's just going to be a big slap in the face when the movie comes out, and we finally see what's going to happen. So, yeah, and then the ending, gosh, I can't even remember what happens, but the ending, I really like the ending of it. I really like the ending of it when Scott Lang shows up, Ant-Man shows up with his, I can't even remember what it's called, where he takes him to the other realm, the quantum realm, where the portal to the quantum realm. We're gonna have to see how he got out of the quantum realm, because at the end of Ant-Man 2, he was like kind of stuck in it. So I'm excited to see how he got out of that. A lot of people say it has to do with like Doctor Strange and but yeah, I thought the ending with Scott Lang was pretty funny and kind of cool. Another thing I really didn't like about the trailer was the little conversation Widow and Cap had, like right before Scott Lang shows up, where she's just like, "This is gonna work. This is the fight of our lives. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. Like, what are you gonna do if it doesn't? Are you just gonna shit yourself and go to bed? Like, are you gonna die? Are you gonna kill yourself? What are you gonna do, dude? It just kind of seems like a stupid quote for them to throw in there, and that really kind of bothers me because it's like that's just unneeded. That's just not a cool thing for them to say right there. In my opinion, that just really kind of softens the blow of like all the information we get into it, and then they have this cheesy quote, and it's just like, what are they gonna do? Like, it's only Widow and Cap kneeling over like a table or something, discussing a plan. What are those two mere humans going to do to reverse this calamity that Thanos has cast over the universe? And it just seems like kind of a pointless scene that could have been better. But you know how the MCU is nowadays. They'll show like 5 trailers with like 20 minutes of content, and in the end, none of those scenes are even going to be in the movie. The movie's completely different. They make fake trailers with fake scenes, like the fake scene in the Infinity War trailer where you see Hulk actually running with them on the battlefield, but he's not even actually there in the movie. Hulk isn't there. He's only in the beginning. So I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be what's up, and maybe this trailer is just not even what's going to happen in the movie. Only like little bits and pieces of it are going to happen in it. So overall, really the only thing I enjoyed about the trailer was the Scott Lang Ant-Man part at the end of it. That was really the only exciting thing for me. But I mean, seeing the whole thing as a whole, again, my opinion about this trailer, to me, I don't like this trailer really. Compared to other Marvel trailers, I just really don't like this trailer, but it doesn't change my opinion on the movie as a whole or the MCU as a whole. I just really don't really like the trailer because it doesn't show anything that I wanted to see except for Scott Lang at the end. So yeah, thanks for listening.